If there is one thing everyone is watching in Brussels right now, it is the Hungarian elections happening this Sunday. On one side sits Viktor Orbán and his ruling Fidesz party, and on the other is Péter Magyar and his challenger Tisza party. But when it comes to the biggest European issues, your reporter was curious whose side they're actually on. If they shared a flight to Belgium, their views on Brussels could not be more different. Orbán fights EU influence to protect national sovereignty, whereas Magyar wants to repair the relationship, but avoids looking like he takes orders from the EU, deliberately keeping his distance from leaders like Ursula von der Leyen. Okay, but when they pick up the phone, who is on the other end? Orbán maintains tight ties with the Kremlin. His foreign minister was even caught briefing Moscow around key EU meetings. And Magyar condemns this, accusing the government of acting on Vladimir Putin's behalf. However, looking next door to Ukraine, they differ in theory but share a political calculation. Orbán regularly blocks EU aid, campaigning on the fear of war. And Magyar avoids speaking about Ukraine, and his party opposes Ukraine's fast-track EU membership. But you see, there is a slight difference between them. Magyar personally delivered aid to a Russian-bombed children's hospital in Kyiv. Finally, looking across the Atlantic, Orbán relies on his close friendship with Donald Trump, even hosting US Vice President J.D. Vance this week.
Mr. President, you are on with about 5,000 Hungarian patriots, and I think they love you even more than they love Viktor Orbán.
And Magyar rejects this kind of personality-driven diplomacy, promising to root out Russian influence and restore Hungary as a reliable NATO ally. So as you can see, all of that paints a very intriguing political picture. However, let's not forget that in these elections, Hungarian opposition leader faces a severely unequal playing field. After 16 years in power, Fidesz maintains a massive grip over the state and public money, using redrawn voting districts and compliant media to gain advantage. And with Hungarian social media flooded with deep fakes targeting Péter Magyar and Tisza party, Sunday's vote will decide if the facts or the fakes shapes Hungary's future. So who's going to win Hungarian elections this Sunday and what will happen after? Let me know your thoughts and see you tomorrow.